Good evening. Welcome to the 2021 virtual celebration of our outgoing House officers. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. I'm sure you're hopeful that this is our last virtual celebration and next year we'll be able to see everyone face to face. I did want to take this opportunity to thank the finishing interns and residents for all their hard work this year. I mean, internships and residencies are always hard. This year was particularly hard, and we really appreciate your help, and we're very proud of your accomplishments and what you'll move on to in the future. So, as most of you know, the hospital really runs on the backs of the staff and the house officers, and we cannot do what we do without you, and that means taking care of, our clients' beloved animals. So, I can't thank you enough and wish you the best of luck in the future. And with that introduction, we're going to roll right into the finishing small animal rotating interns. And Dr. Harrell is going to start the introductions.
Well, hello, everybody. I have been asked to MC the small animal intern part of this celebration. And I could not agree with Dr. Marks more that we are totally indebted to the interns and the residents. I promise there's not going to be any skits and there's going to be no snake pole if you start talking for too long. So to start off, it will be our first wonderful intern is going to be Dr. Alexi Badja, and Dr. Intile is going to talk to us about how wonderful she is.
Hey, Alexi. I wanted to take this time to congratulate you on completing your extended rotating internship. I apologize for not being able to attend the ceremony in person, but hopefully I can use this time to relay to you the sentiment of so many clinicians, house officers, and staff here at the hospital who truly enjoy working with you and are so happy that you'll be staying on for another 3 years. I think the thing that impresses me the most about you has been your adaptability and your resilience. It's been such a pleasure getting to see you grow in your role as a student new to NC State for your clinical year, and then watch you flow seamlessly into becoming a doctor and starting your internship. It's not an easy thing to walk out the door one day as a student and then come back in the next as a doctor, but you managed to do that so successfully. And then to make things even more challenging and interesting, just as you were a brand new intern, COVID hit our world, and you once again needed to learn how to adapt to the challenges of that circumstance. And I'm not sure there are many other people out there that were in that same exact position as you were. And if there were, I'm positive nobody would be able to do it as well as you did. I know I haven't had much chance to work with you directly, but over the past 18 months or so, I have had the opportunity to solicit feedback from others during your reviews, and I hope you are as proud of yourself as much as I am to know how respected you are as a clinician and truly as a person here at NC State. We are all looking forward to you starting your residency in just a few short weeks, and we are certain you'll be a huge asset to the oncology profession. Congratulations again.
Forward to starting your residency in just a few short weeks, and we are certain you'll be a huge asset to the oncology profession. Congratulations again. Forward to starting your residency in just a few short weeks, and we are certain you'll be a huge asset to the oncology profession.
All right, our next amazing intern is Elisa Berg, and Dr. Kathy Lund will talk about how fabulous she is.
Hi, Elisa. Looks like you're on ER right now. I don't know if I've ever seen you without your mask, but you have a lovely smile. It's been such an honor and a pleasure to be your mentor this last year. You're such a pleasure to work with. You're always positive. You're always enthusiastic. You clearly love medicine, and you definitely have a medicine brain. And so I'm so excited for you going to do a residency at Florida. They're so lucky to have you. In addition to your medicine brain, I also know you to be extremely organized. I was just looking back through our emails, and in February of 2020, you emailed to ask me about doing research as an intern. And I came up with a project which you so bravely said yes to and spent 6 months sampling insulin bottles to see if they would become bacterially contaminated. And you got so frustrated with the project, you actually threw one of the bottles against the wall and smashed it. No, I know that's not true. But as a testament to how organized you are, you finished up the project. And this week in my inbox, lo and behold, there was a draft of a manuscript, which is just wonderful and amazing. And a final compliment that I have to pay is from my research technician, Lisa, who has extremely high standards. And she also thought you were incredibly well organized and a joy to work with. And if Lisa says that, it must be true. And it certainly is true. Such a joy to work with you, and I wish you all the success in the future.
Thanks, Dr. Lan. I appreciate it.
All right, our next fabulous intern is Annalise Cigaroa, and Dr. Pete Early will tell us how fabulous she is. All right, our next.
So I have the pleasure, and I would like to thank Annalise Cigaroa for spending the last year here with us at NC State doing a small animal internship. A little bit facts about her. Oh, I got to switch to the other side. There we go. She comes from Laredo, Texas. Went from Laredo to Notre Dame after spending time at Notre Dame. She then went to Texas A&M, finished up that school there, and then we have had the privilege of having her here with us the last year. I've worked along with her very closely on the neurology service. She actually just finished up and had her case report accepted. Woohoo! And next year she is lucky enough to go to the AMC, and she's going to be in New York City. And there's a nice sandwich from the Carnegie Deli, so you might want to check over there. It's in the 50s. What would I like to share? I'd like to share that she gave me this game of it's a Mexican form of bingo, and there's like a crayfish and a melon and El Diablo. So it's very unusual, but I do play it with the kids. So instead of numbers, you have crazy pictures. But thank you very much for the last year. You've done a wonderful job.
I also got a Latria, and it's fabulous. I love it. I'm learning Spanish from it. Thank you very much, Annalise. Fabulous job.
Thank you all.
Our next wonderful intern is Dr. Jory Clark, who really, I think, in his other life, he wants to be a comedian, but I will let Dr. Valerie Scharf speak to his virtues, and take it away, Dr. Scharf.
Thanks, Karen. Of course, like a true intern, Jory just texted me that he is stuck discharging a patient, so he may not even get to hear this live, but I'm very honored to be able to congratulate Jory on finishing his internship. As Dr. Harrell alluded to, Jory has been a joy to work with. I think that is true for everybody who's had the chance to be around him. He is just a source of constant positivity and sense of humor, and we're definitely going to miss that in the hallway. And he is going to be going on to the Michigan State University for a surgical internship. So we're really excited to follow his progress as he gets to pursue his passions towards surgery with cardiology on the side, and hopefully keeping that sense of humor that we've all grown to know and love during his time here. So Jory, congratulations on a fantastic year, and we're definitely going to miss having you around, and look forward to seeing where your future takes you.
Congratulations, Jory, and thank you. Dr. Amy Downey is our next wonderful intern, and Dr. Kyle Matthews will tell us how wonderful she is.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to be a comedian when I grow up. It's my pleasure to congratulate Amy on a fantastic year as one of our small animal interns on behalf of all the small animal faculty, and to congratulate her on her upcoming surgical residency at the University of California, Davis. They have an amazing program, so I'm sure she'll fit in very well out there. If I had to pick one word to describe Amy, I would pick fearless. I mean, how else would you describe somebody that likes to do rescue diving and spinning from a flaming hoop hundreds of feet above the ground for relaxation? She'll definitely need to be fearless when she goes to Davis, not because of the residency, but I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Amy. The city council at Davis is a little bit crazy. So just to prepare you, I would like to read from their statutes of illegal activities. Number one, it is illegal to impede or otherwise obstruct the pathway of any amphibian attempting to cross a motorway. Number two, it is illegal to fill in a historic pothole, and it is illegal to snore too loudly to the point where you're actually disturbing your next door neighbor. So that's what you're up against out there. We all congratulate you, Amy. You did a great job. We really look forward to hearing from you, and the entire small animal surgical team looks forward to updates on your progress during the next 3 years and beyond. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Dr. Downey, thank you so much. I remember you did medicine first, so anybody who survives medicine as your first rotation is very brave. So good job. Thanks. Our next intern is Dr. Peter Gibbons. I'm not sure if he's here, but Dr. Eli Cohen has the honor of congratulating him on a job well done.
Hey everyone, sorry we can't all be together in person to do this, but I just wanted to say a few words about Peter Gibbons, who's completing his small animal rotating internship here at the NC State Hive. Peter did his clinical year here as a student, which was fantastic, and we're excited to keep him on as an intern. Peter hasn't once told me to buzz off. Everyone who knows him knows he is personable, conscientious, hardworking, and an extremely capable veterinarian. Early on, Peter recognized his love for the dark side of radiology, wise choice, Peter, and has done a fantastic job working with me on an orthopedic CT project, which hopefully will get to the finish line soon. While it would be a real sting to see you go, Peter, we're all super happy that you'll be sticking around here as an ECC intern. Peter, I'm looking forward to be able to work with you for another year. I have no doubt this will only be a stepping stone on your path to a radiology residency and your future as a radiologist. And I'm sure that you will be a fantastic radiologist one day. So congratulations on this milestone. NC State is lucky to be able to keep you around for another year. You've done a great job as an intern so far. All the best.
Congratulations, Peter. Our next great intern is Dr. Nicole Gibbs, and Dr. Karen Teft will be singing her praises.
So yes, I am very happy to sing the praises of Dr. Nicole Gibbs. She has survived the gauntlet that is the medicine emphasis rotating internship. And in true medicine emphasis intern fashion, she is currently discharging some patients right now. But she has came to us from Texas A&M, and I still remember my phone interview with her, just her unbelievable amount of enthusiasm for internal medicine. And certainly she has continued that throughout her year with us, and is going to do such a fantastic job in her residency at Purdue in internal medicine. She is just very passionate and knowledgeable, and we really just wish her all the best. And thank you for everything that you've done with us for this past year, because hopefully your little magnetism for some of the special clients will kind of fade as you move to Indiana, but you are going into medicine. So unfortunately, that's probably going to stick with you.
Congratulations, Dr. Gibbs. It's been a pleasure working with you. Our next amazing intern is Dr. Emily Javery, and Dr. John Bonagura will be speaking of words about her.
Hi, Emily. Everyone in cardiology would like to extend their congratulations to you for completing a successful internship year. We know you've worked very hard, your patient care has been great, and we've all enjoyed working with you and interacting with you. We wish you the best in your cardiology internship at the University of Illinois. We hope you have a great experience there and that this will lead to further studies in cardiology. We also hope you'll be happy to get closer to your home in Michigan and be able to see more of your family. So again, congratulations from everybody in cardiology and in the hospital who have worked with you. We really appreciate your help and your strong effort this year, and wish you all the best in the future. Thanks very much.
Dr. Javery, congratulations from one Michigander to another. Our next intern is Dr. Kylie Johnson, and Dr. Karen Mignana will be presenting how wonderful Dr. Johnson is.
Hello. It is my pleasure to say a few words about Kylie Johnson. Kylie is originally from Southern California. She moved to the Midwest for college, getting her undergraduate degree from the University of Kansas and her veterinary degree from the University of Missouri, before coming here for her small animal rotating medicine and surgery internship. I first worked with Kylie relatively early in her internship on a dog with polytrauma that was named Marmalade, which many of you may remember. Marmalade had problems that necessitated the care of many services, including neurology, and it was decided that Kylie would manage the case on the triage service with input from the other services. I think that Kylie did an excellent job with the care of this very challenging case, and she really impressed me from the onset. My subsequent interactions with her have all been similarly positive. Besides her outstanding clinical skills, Kylie is a team player with a positive, upbeat attitude. She came into her internship with an interest in cardiology, so I was very pleased to learn that she was considering specializing in neurology after a few months. After her internship, she will be moving to Knoxville to start a neurology residency at the University of Tennessee. So Kylie, thank you for all of your hard work and positive attitudes throughout this past year, and congratulations on completing your internship. It has been a pleasure working with you, and I wish you great success in your residency and beyond.
Kylie, you're amazing. Thank you very much. And you know, I picked you, so I take credit for all your work. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next fabulous intern is Dr. Matthew Price, and we get to welcome Dr. Karen Teft back to again sing his praises. Oh, you made it, Dr. Price.
Yay. Well, also, Dr. Price has made it through the gauntlet that is the Medicine Emphasis Rotating Internship. And you've done it without losing any of your dry sense of humor that everyone has really grown to appreciate that you have. We are so excited that you are going to be staying with us for another 5 years. Although now maybe that I'm saying that, you're like, ooh, what choice did I just make? But we've really been impressed with your knowledge base, your clinical reasoning, and just your ability to be pretty unflappable in the insanity that is the Terry Center. Although maybe Easy Vet has started to break you, but that's understandable. But thank you so much for the hard work that you've done over the past year, and I really look forward to continuing to work with you.
Congratulations, Dr. Price. And Dr. Price has gotten me through many Easy Vet questions. So I'm very happy you're staying to continue to help me with those Easy Vet nightmares. Congratulations, Dr. Price. Our next fabulous intern is Dr. Judson Smith, and Dr. Natasha Olby has the honor of congratulating Dr. Smith. You're there. Excellent.
Hello everyone, it's Natasha Olby here, and I'm just going to take a minute to say a few words about Judson Smith. So who is Judson Smith? Like normally I feel we would all say we know each other extremely well by the end of a year. I feel like this year's been a little different. I mean, recognizing each other without masks, for example, is difficult. But Judson is a young veterinarian and an aspiring neurologist. Outside the vet school, he's a father. He's also a hockey player, and I want to point out this picture here, which is a very happy victory picture. He played in a league over the course of the year, and their team won the championship. This is a picture right after winning. And I want to note that there are 3 members. Here's Judson without a face mask. Here's Dr. K. And over here is Chris, a first-year vet student. So this is quite a team that's quite loaded with people from the CVM. So I think this year has been incredibly difficult for everyone, but particularly so for the interns. They arrived in the middle of the pandemic. They're entering such a new phase of life, such new responsibilities, and yet we couldn't actually see anybody's faces. We had to keep socially distanced. There were all kinds of different rules that were changing all the time. It's been really, really hard. And for Judson, he has had to work through the struggle to juggle an intern schedule and childcare with a pandemic on top of that. He got COVID. Many of us got COVID, and he dealt with that. And he just dealt with all the stuff that's been thrown at us and him over the last year. In spite of this, he has maintained a fantastic attitude. He is known for his client and patient care, and he has really grown into an excellent veterinarian over the course of the year. He's continuing on his path to becoming a neurologist by moving to a neurology internship at Blue Pearl, Sandy Springs in Atlanta, Georgia, which will be close to family for him as well, which will be really a wonderful thing. So congratulations, Judson. We wish you all the very best for the next year, and we thank you for all of the work that you've done for the CVM this year.
Judson, congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you. Our next fabulous intern is Dr. Kira Stukowski, and Dr. Michael Mastromora will have the pleasure to speak to how wonderful she is.
Hey, Kira. Congratulations on getting to the end of your internship. I remember back in the fall meeting you for the first time on your oncology rotation and immediately being impressed with your diligence and your intelligence and your client communication skills. And then, at that time you were interested in radiology, and I was like, that's a bummer because I think this person would be a great oncologist. And I remember clearly one time being in rounds and you taking the students through a radiograph. Felt almost like because you were one of the radiology focused interns, and we wanted to take them through that. You felt like you had to do that. And then after that, going on to talk about oncology cases and really seeing a passion that maybe I didn't see there. Going through those radiographs and thinking, well, what a waste. I think this person would be such a great oncologist. And then sure enough, you realized that yourself as well and decided to come over and make, I think, a really smart decision to be medical oncologist. And I was really honored when you asked me to be your mentor for the year. And I've only seen you grow more and more as a clinician and do such a great job throughout the year. And really excited that you matched for residency and excited to see what you do at Ohio State during that, and to be able to see you as a colleague and catch up with you at conferences and things in the future. And I think you're on the right path, and you'll be a real asset to the profession and especially your clients because you're so great at the client communications. So some great congratulations again, and see you in the future.
Congratulations, Kira. Dr. Verdorn is our next fabulous intern, and the honor of extolling her virtues goes to Dr. Katie Tolbert. Oh.
Okay. It's my honor and privilege to introduce and celebrate Dr. Kristen Verdorn. I am so sorry I cannot be there in person. I'm in Texas in 100-degree heat, and I would definitely much rather be in Raleigh, North Carolina, and celebrating you this evening. Many of you may not know that Dr. Verdorn actually went to a small school in Kenosha, Wisconsin called, I'm going to mess this up, but I think it's Carthage College, and I've Googled it to see what it looked like, and I can see now why they were able to successfully get Dr. Verdorn to their campus because it looks fantastic. And following that, she went to, no surprise, the University of Wisconsin, go Badgers, where she has a beautiful golden retriever apparently, but also she was, again, no surprise to any of us, #1 in her class. And we worked really, really hard to recruit her to come to NC State. We'd heard really, really great things from our colleagues there. And we're successful in recruiting her to NC State for her internship. And I worked with Kristen for several months on a project looking at gastrointestinal bleeding in dogs with heart failure, and realized that she was really a special doctor, had fantastic patient care, really smart, driven, kind of drove the project all by herself, despite all of us trying to mess her up with various different ideas. She really had her own direction for this project, and thankfully she's the one that's really made it successful. But as a result of working with her, I recognized, oh man, we have to keep this girl in medicine. She's just a dream to work with. And so I begged and begged and begged for a few months before a match to try to get her to change her mind and come to medicine. But I had absolutely no luck, and she decided that cardiology was the specialty for her. But thankfully, the cardiologists at NC State obviously did a much better job at recruiting than I did, and they were able to get her to stay, and we're ever so thankful that she did. So with that, I would say congrats to Dr. Verdorn, welcome, and get back to work. We have many consults for you to finish. So I hope that you can get a couple weeks off and then come back to work fresh, ready to go. Congratulations, and thanks so much for letting me be a part of this celebration today.
Kristen, thank you so much for all your hard work. I'm very happy you're staying. And you do know that once you're my intern, I own you for the rest of your life, and I will torture you all the time on cardiology. So get ready.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
Our next fabulous intern is Dr. Samantha Verlack, and Dr. Adam Birkenhauer will have the pleasure of telling us how fabulous you are.
Thanks, everybody. It's my pleasure to congratulate Dr. Samantha Verlack on the completion of her internship. When I first met Dr. Verlack, I knew she was a rising star. She has done amazing things in her program and is going on to a great emergency job. And as a reward and congratulations, she would like you to forward any Gumby's specials that you ever see. Congratulations, Dr. Verlack.
Dr. Verlack, thank you for all your hard work. I hope your back is feeling better. You don't look too drugged. So thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Our next wonderful intern is Dr. Julie Vos, and Dr. Allison Kendall has the honor of telling us how fabulous Julie is.
Hi, Julie. Congrats on finishing your internship. So I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Julie Vos. She came to us from University of Tennessee and will be leaving us to go to Michigan State University for an internal medicine residency. So I'm sad, actually, really, that I didn't get to know Julie more than we were able to. You know, I think Julie really reminds me of myself. I think the thing I love the most about her is her sense of humor. We have very similar kind of dry, sarcastic senses of humor. So I wish we had more time together. One thing I did learn about Julie recently is that she likes to adopt pets randomly. So hopefully you make it to Michigan with all of your pets. And if you do continue to adopt pets during your residency, please send me photos of them so I can see the whole crew. One thing I really want to say about Julie is how great she is with students. We get that feedback on the medicine service about her all the time. So I think that's a wonderful asset to have. I hope that you maybe consider staying in academia in the future because you have that gift with students. And I also really hope that I can convince you to like nephrology over endocrinology at some point. But congratulations on finishing your internship. You're going to do wonderful in your residency.
Thank you. Julie, it's been fabulous working with you. I'm so happy you're going to medicine and you're going to have a great time at Michigan State. If you need any tips on Michigan State, just give me a call. Our last wonderful intern is Dr. Isabel Zahn, and Dr. Terry DeFrancesco will have the pleasure of singing her praises.
Congratulations, Isabel, and all of the interns of this class. You guys have done a great job, truly a job well done. I couldn't have asked for a better intern mentee. Isabel, you worked super hard. You did a great job on, and continue to do a good job on our Great Dane project. You just keep up the good work and you're going to do great. The cardiology group at University of Georgia is going to be so happy, so lucky that they matched with you. And I can't wait to hear more about your achievements down the road. You have a bright, bright future. Again, congratulations from myself and all of the cardiology group, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Keep on keeping off. Hi, Isabel. Keep in touch.
A huge, huge round of applause. Isabel, you have been fabulous. And I'm very happy I got to work with you. And a huge round of applause to all of our interns. They have done a fabulous job in a really, really tough year. We're very proud of you, and I love you all. All of you stay in touch.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Harrell. Congratulations to all the interns. Hope no one was scarred quite as much as I was with Terry D's singing and dancing. So we're going to move right into congratulating some of our departing residents. Our first presenter will be Dr. Linder.
Hello, it's my pleasure to congratulate Samantha Summer, who's joining us now. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
It really is a pleasure to present you today. It's just been a wonderful experience to see someone go from a senior veterinary student. Sam finished her veterinary degree at NC State, and to go from a senior veterinary student, just become a doctor, to become just an excellent pathologist. Sam really turned out to be a top-notch diagnostic pathologist with great skills for our profession. And that transformation to go from veterinary student, shadowing to full-blown pathologist colleague is just a great experience. He did a wonderful job and got very talented at this. So it turned out to be a super great choice, I think. We thought so, and it turned out that way. So it was really good. I have 3 compliments that I want to share with you. One is I would describe Sam as a resident's resident. So that compliment when somebody says a clinician is very good when they're a clinician's clinician. They're the clinician that a clinician would seek out to get their advice, right? Someone you really trust. And Sam was a resident's resident. She really looked after the residents. She really took to heart the pure training of residents, looking out for their well-being, and taking care of them, training them. I mean, did part of my job, really. She did just a great job with that. And it's somebody you really want in a residency training program to just pitch in at all levels. So that was great. My second one is Sam is a client or a patient's pathologist. So that means she's the pathologist you want to read your biopsy for your pet, because she really, when she did her diagnostic cases, she put so much time into those cases. She worked hard to find the answers. She spent hours till 2 a.m., going through the literature and sorting out those cases and looking at every detail. And nothing was going to go missed. Nothing was going to go unlooked at or thought about on her cases. And if you send your sample, your biopsy to Sam, to Dr. Samantha Summer, that it will really get evaluated well, and that her effort will go into each one of those. And then my final one is about her future. Sam is on her way to Ohio State University to do a PhD and a combined residency in clinical pathology. So she'll become double boarded in anatomic pathology and clinical pathology, and a PhD in hematopathology. And so she's just going to become a super expert in hematopathology, having the anatomic, the clin path, the PhD in that. And so she's going to be a pathologist soon, because she's going to be the pathologist we go to say, what is this leukemia? What is this thing going on in this bone marrow? I don't understand this thing. And we'll go to Sam for that answer. So she's about to become a pathologist that all of us will go to for content expert advice. So you've done a wonderful job, Sam. You're an excellent pathologist. And I want to thank you for all your hard work. And we're so pleased to have you in the program.
Thank you, Dr. Linder.
Congratulations. Our next, good luck, Sam. Our next presenter will be Dr. Kate Mears.
Good evening. Dr. Sam Norris was the Clinical Studies Core intern for the past year. She came to us as a graduate of St. George's University and after doing a surgical specialty internship at a Blue Pearl practice in Michigan. Even though Sam really has a true passion for surgery, she was willing to participate in a breadth of different clinical studies and help out in many different ways within the Clinical Studies Core. During the past year, she also managed to complete a research study with Duncan LaSalle and attended many of the usual surgery journal clubs and surgery rounds for training opportunities. These opportunities helped her land a surgery residency at a Blue Pearl practice where she will be starting next month. So congratulations, Sam. And thank you for all of your hard work this past year.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Our next presenter will be Dr. Marcy Murphy.
Thanks, Dr. Marks. It is with great pleasure to represent the dermatology group to congratulate Ina Herman on 4 great years with the dermatology. She started with us as an intern and then did 3 years for her residency. Most of you probably know that Dr. Herman came to us from Germany, and there's 2 extremely important things that she learned while she was on the dermatology service. She learned a lot of things, but I think these are the 2 most important. Number 1, in North America, especially in the United States and Canada, and I know that from personal experience, you do not use horse meat to do a diet trial. That does not go over well with the owners. And the second thing that she learned was that part of the natural fauna of North Carolina is not hedgehogs. So if you're trying to do a good control for flea allergy, no need to tell the owners to watch out for marauding bands of hedgehogs, because they are actually only pets here. They do not run wild. So those are 2 important things that she learned. And we thought she learned so much that we decided to keep her. So she's going to be staying with us to do a tenure track position with the dermatology service. And more importantly than that, we got her a going away, welcome, coming back present, because in a couple of weeks she'll just revert to being a faculty. We got her these socks. I don't know if you see them, but it says looking sharp because she always does. So congratulations, Dr. Herman. We're looking forward to many more years working with you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to more years to learn more about North America. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Herman, and welcome back. Our next presenters will be some of our equine colleagues, Drs. Dembeck, Burke, and Praga.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Kim. It is my pleasure to congratulate Kim on finishing her large animal internship. Kim, thank you so much for all your hard work. Amazing patient care. We all very much enjoy working with you. And this is my favorite type of goodbye, because Kim is actually not going anywhere. She's going to stay with us for another 3 years in equine medicine residency. So we are super excited about it, and we are looking forward to the next 3 years. Kim, thank you again very much for all your hard work, amazing work. And yeah, we are looking forward to working with you more.
Thank you, Kasha.
Hi, Erin. I guess Dr. Marks doesn't introduce us. I get the pleasure of congratulating you on a job well done. You came to us for a second-year internship, and we decided to make your life really tough. We put you in a hot barn, put a mask on you, made you stick swabs up your nose every week, called you the wrong name. And somehow you still managed to do an amazing job. And also somehow you liked us enough to stay for a surgical residency. So congratulations on a job really well done. And I think I can speak for the entire equine team when I say we're all very excited to work with you for 3 more years. Great job.
Thanks.
Hello and welcome back. Our next presenter is Dr. Mastromora. Our next presenter is Dr. Mastromora.
Hey, Clarissa. So I just wanted to congratulate you on finishing up your MedOnc internship. From the moment you skated into our service, you've been a valued member and really helped keep the service running. Really have appreciated all of your hard work and all your great case management and your great student teaching that you really stepped up and done a lot this year. And although I was sad to lose you as a potential MedOnc resident when you decided to do radiation oncology, I really do agree. I think it's a great fit for you, and was really happy to hear that you were going to be staying here as a RadOnc resident, so that we continue to get to work with you. And I just also really wanted to thank you so much for all your hard work, especially these last few months when it's really been you and Alex kind of running the show, and realize how hard that can be. And as you continue to keep running the show upstairs right now. But I know how hard that stretch could be. And so great job with that. And I think especially with you already knowing you had a RadOnc residency wrapped up, you never kind of wavered in your work with us. And so glad to be able to continue to work with you. And I'm sure RadOnc will appreciate all of your innovative ideas that you'll bring over there and for things like a new medical record system. So congratulations, Carissa.
Thank you.
Another congratulations and welcome back.
Thank you.
Our next presenter will be Dr. Foster.
All right. It's my pleasure to congratulate Dr. Mira on completing his residency here with us in the Ruminant Health Group. Dr. Mira came to us about 2.5 years ago from his time at Cornell, and I think we've convinced him that small ruminants are maybe not as good as dairy cows, but are maybe a fair substitute for most of the time. He's done a great job with us here. There was a stretch of time where he was the only house officer, and he stepped up and helped us then. And during a big part of the pandemic, we've been shorthanded on the faculty side, and so as the senior resident, he's taken a good bit of time on his own as the senior clinician on our service. So he's been a great help while we've been shorthanded a little bit here recently. During all that, he also completed the requirements for 2 different board certifications in preventive medicine boards and ABVP, and so he's sitting for an exam next week. So probably ought to let him go and get back to studying here soon. So congrats, Enoch. Thank you so much for all your help over the last several years. He also just accepted a faculty position with the food animal group at Iowa State. And so we'll be heading up there to join their food animal faculty and support them in their hospital. So congratulations and good luck next week as you take your exam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Foster. Really appreciate it.
I didn't recognize you without a goat in close proximity. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, our next presenter is Dr. Hansen.
Hey, I'm Bernie Hansen with the Emergency and Critical Care Group, and it's my pleasure to help celebrate the completion by Dr. Michael Cotto of his residency in Emergency and Critical Care. Michael's a California boy originally. He grew up near Long Beach, California, did his DVM degree at UC Davis and an internship at West LA. His letters of recommendation and his application packet here include some of the most memorable letters of recommendation I've ever seen. They were full of high praise, and boy, were they accurate. He's got all the ingredients you'd really look for in an ideal resident. He's intellectually curious. He's hardworking. He thinks outside the box, which you'd appreciate just by watching his house officer seminars like the one he did this morning. He's a team player. He's just a joy to work with. He's got a great sense of humor, a positive attitude that just radiates onto other people. He's constantly looking for ways to help and support others. He's compassionate and empathetic. He really cares about patient well-being and the concerns of clients, and bends over backwards to help clients when he can. He's got great clinical acumen. His knowledge base has been super strong, and he really is super at applying it to patient care. He's amazingly cool under pressure. He literally sucks the drama out of a busy room and gets the work done quietly and competently. He's a gifted, patient, enthusiastic teacher for students, and they really relate well to him. He goes out of his way at all hours of day or night to look for teaching opportunities. He's really been amazing. So much so that the students recognized that and named him as the Small Animal Resident of the Year for 2 years. So we may need to rename that award the Cato Award. He's really been a joy to work with, and we're thrilled to say that he's going to stay on with us for another year as a clinical instructor. So we're really looking forward to working with him. So congratulations on a job well done. We can't wait to work with you as a peer for the year, and then watch you fly at whatever you want to do when you leave us. So great job, Michael.
Congratulations, Dr. Cato, and welcome back. Glad to have you.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, our next presenter will be Dr. Ueda.
Hi, Anna. It was a pleasure working with you in the last 1 year. I know it was not an easy time to come into a new place, to meet the new people, colleagues, but you did a remarkable job establishing a great work relationship with pretty much all of us in the hospital. And in just 1 year, but you became a great emergency and critical care clinician. We even think that you can start in a second year residency in emergency critical care. But I know, Anna, you are moving on to a cardiology internship at Purdue University and then residency thereafter. We have no doubt you're going to achieve your goal and be successful as a future cardiologist. I wish you the best for your future, and please keep in touch with us. Great job. Congratulations, Anna.
Great job. Congratulations, and good luck at Purdue. Our next presenter will be Dr. Lynch.
Hey, everybody. I don't know if Alex is around. She was busy seeing cases today. There she is. How's it going? So, many of you know Alex as a student, as an undergrad, and more importantly, as an ECC resident. We were so lucky when the stars aligned and we had Alex come as a resident, and we were already convinced she was going to be great, but we were blown away, even in the early days, about just how accomplished she was. And that, in part, is hopefully because of state, but a little bit of Ohio State, I think, kind of helped her too. And her clinical trajectory as a resident has been absolutely phenomenal. She's got an enormously positive impact on the clinic floor when she's on. The students love her. The faculty love her because it makes our job easier. The techs definitely love her. And she's definitely kept the residents as a very effective and cohesive group as well. So we are going to miss her a ton, but she's going to be an amazing criticalist in Charleston. And we can't wait to know what you and Eric get up to next. And we're sure it's going to be, if anything like the last 3 years, it's going to be continued ongoing success as a brilliant ECC person.
Thank you. I'll miss you guys.
Congratulations, Dr. Tracy, and thanks for stealing Eric away from us. Our next presenter will be Dr. Harrell. Welcome back. Oh, it looks like Dr. Hawkins. No, it looks like Dr. Harrell.
Oh, there it is. We're just messing with you, Dr. Marks. I am here to tell you how amazing Dr. Frankie Easley is. I cannot imagine anybody in this hospital does not know who Dr. Easley is, but she is one of our amazing third-year medicine residents. I also can't imagine that anybody who hears her name doesn't immediately think, I love working with Frankie, and she is a fabulous clinician. But before I talk about her wonderful clinician skills, I wanted to give you a few fun Frankie facts. Frankie is definitely a beach girl. She grew up in Southport, which is a very, very cool town on the coast. She goes back to visit frequently. I think she did a year of private practice in Southport. I'm not sure if it was Southport, but I know it was on the coast. Another thing that Frankie loves is her 5 nieces and nephews, which I'm absolutely sure that she has spoiled rotten. But I'm very curious to see, now that she has her own very cute little man, if all those siblings that she spoiled the kids on are going to get her back by spoiling that little boy. I also never knew how she got her nickname of Frankie. It never occurred to me until 2 days ago when I looked at her CV, and her middle name is Franklin. So I finally solved that mystery. Frankie also ran track and played varsity volleyball in college and high school. On to her professional life. Dr. Easley completed her undergraduate degree at NC State, and we were very lucky to have her here for her veterinary degree. I can still remember from, I don't know, was it 6 years ago, exactly where she sat in medicine. She made that much of an impression. And I also remember that Pete Early, immediately after Dr. Easley completed a rotation with him when she was a student, he came over and absolutely begged us to convince her to do an internship right away. After her year in private practice, she didn't immediately do her internship, but then she saw the light and came back. She completed a medicine emphasis rotating internship with us, and luckily for us, she stayed with us for her medicine residency. As her advisor, my biggest issue with her evaluations was that I rarely could pinpoint anything that she wasn't already spectacular in, so I had basically no constructive criticism to help her get better. She received rave reviews from the students for her patient way of teaching and the time she would take with them. The interns and the first and second year house officers looked to her as a role model, and all other services absolutely love working with her. Frankie became interested in all things renal and attended the Hemodialysis Academy last year. We are extremely fortunate in that she is staying with us for a fellowship entitled Advanced Urinary Procedures and Extracorporeal Therapies. Dr. Easley, honestly, if there is a perfect residency, you have done it. I am so proud of you. Congratulations, and I'm so looking forward to working with you. I'm only drinking Diet Pepsi tonight, but kudos. Diet Pepsi, we'll have a drink some other time. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Dr. Easley. We're glad to have her back with us. Our next presenter is Dr. Hawkins.
I've had the great pleasure of serving as Ashley's residency advisor for the past 3 years, and it's a real pleasure to be able to honor her at this celebration, although I wish we were in person and not going through the screens here. Like all the others being honored here tonight, Ashley worked her butt off to take care of her patients and clients, to support her fellow house officers, to teach the students, and to help the service run smoothly. What I'd like to particularly acknowledge tonight is Dr. Spencer's courage. So I am so impressed by her willingness to step way outside her comfort zone, leaving comfortable positions behind to take on new challenging roles. She earned her master's degree at the University of Toronto in public health and had a successful career as an epidemiologist at the Public Health Agency of Canada. And at least if it's like the United States, she left a pretty cushy public sector position to become a veterinarian, attending Guelph. But not wanting to simply extern at a local practice, she spent one of her summers as a veterinary student with Veterinarians Without Borders in Malawi. And then as a veterinarian, she worked in general practice as an ER vet and in direct support of specialists in internal medicine and oncology. And so that led her to decide to do her own residency in small animal internal medicine. And we're so glad that she did. As a result of that courageous career path, she's brought an incredible range of experiences and points of view that have benefited the students, her, the other house officers, and the faculty on our service. Of course, the very most courageous thing that Ashley's ever done is to leave the civilized country of Canada to move to the lower 48 to work with us. So, oh, Canada. I would, obviously I could go on, but I would particularly like to acknowledge Ashley's role as a liaison between our 9 residents and the faculty. And this was really valuable during the pandemic, especially those first 8 or 9 months when the faculty met every week to try to figure out how to adjust student teaching and service. And Ashley really helped us keep all those needs in balance and to be able to keep providing excellent service and teaching. And that fit her very well because she strives for excellence in all that she does. So congratulations, Ashley, on a job well done, on surviving a really challenging residency program, made even more so by the pandemic. You just sat the general and specialty exams all at the same time because your general exam was canceled, and then you get to be the guinea pig for the first online exams. You submitted a dynamite original research manuscript, and now you've landed a job at an excellent referral hospital back in your beloved Canada. And I wish you all the best on your next adventure.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Spencer. And it's, Dr. Hawkins doesn't flash just anyone. Our next presenter will be Dr. Lyle.
Thanks, Dr. Marks. It's my pleasure to congratulate Dr. Mahoney, Dr. Danger Dave, in completing his theriogenology residency. He'll be sitting boards here in just another few weeks. We've been furiously meeting weekly and biweekly for board review sessions with a group of residents from various places. Dr. Dave came to us from originally as an LSU grad, which is my old stomping ground, one of my old stomping grounds. That's what, when you get too old, you have a lot of stomping grounds. But anyway, so I had a lot of connections at LSU, so I was quite excited to have him come. We can talk about all things Southern Louisiana, Hawaiian shirt Fridays, babies and the king cake, you name it, we can talk about it. I never quite got the fact that he was an Alabama football fan as opposed to something that seemed a little bit more appropriate to me, like LSU, but we'll let that one slide. Anyway, he's an incredible instructor. He's very gifted, a small animal theriogenology clinician. He will be sitting his boards here in another, I'm sure he could tell us the number of days, but it's in a little bit over a month, I guess, give or take a few days. And hoping and expecting great things from that. Then he'll be moving on to Australia. He will be going back to a practice in Melbourne that he did an externship at, which is Monash Veterinary Hospital. I forget the exact name of their title. There's another board of theriogenologists there. And so I expect and look forward to seeing Dr. Danger Dave at many therio meetings to come. Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, Dr. Long.
Congratulations, Dr. Mahoney. Nice to see you're wearing LSU gear. Okay, thank you. Our last presenter will be Dr. Harrison.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited to present Dr. Emma Hauk. Emma's been with us for 4 years. Basically, she was so amazing as an intern. We decided to keep her for 3 more years to stay on as our ACZM zoo-focused resident. Emma's rotated through working with us in Eames, CMAST, and the North Carolina Zoo.
Dr. Minter, who she's been working with most recently because we had to share her, he said that she's a really conscientious clinician with excellent communication skills that include all levels of animal care staff, students, and veterinary staff. She will be missed, but I know she is going to go out into the world and do great things. Emma's been so much fun to work with. Her skills have improved throughout the years. I've seen her from when she first started as an intern all the way now to a third-year resident. And she's also experienced working with cockroaches, sharks, the greatest animals, tenrecs, and rhinoceros. And I've always loved your smile and how fun it has been to discuss cases with you. And we will certainly miss you, but we know that we will be seeing you around, and it's great to have you as a colleague.
That's great. Congratulations. That pretty much concludes our program for this evening. Again, congratulations to all our departing House officers, and welcome back to those of you who are staying with us. We're really proud of your accomplishments. There will never be another year in your career like this year with the pandemic. So I think the future is bright and the road should be easier. So congratulations, and we hope to see you all in the future. Have a good evening and be careful.